On the longest day of the year, medieval villagers would gather a vibrant yellow wildflower and hang it above their doorways to repel invisible demons. Centuries later, this exact same plant sits under the sterile lights of modern pharmacological laboratories, prescribed by physicians to treat the invisible weight of melancholy. How did a simple weed used for metaphysical protection evolve into a clinically validated mental health tool? The plant in question is Hypericum perforatum, known commonly as St. John's wort. If you hold its delicate leaves up to the sunlight, you will see tiny, translucent dots that look like pinpricks. According to the ancient doctrine of signatures, a belief that a plant's physical appearance reveals its medicinal purpose, these light-filled perforations suggested the herb could pierce through the darkness of the human mind. Long before it was subjected to double-blind clinical trials, this resilient flora was deeply embedded in the cultural fabric of medieval Europe. Its blooming coincided perfectly with the summer solstice, a time of peak solar energy. Early herbalists believed the plant absorbed the power of the sun, making it a formidable weapon against the literal and metaphorical shadows that plagued early agrarian societies. During midsummer festivals, the golden blossoms were cast into bonfires or woven into protective garlands. The smoke was thought to purify the air of malevolent spirits, a practice rooted in the primal human need to control the uncontrollable. This vibrant wildflower offered a tangible sense of security in an era where sudden illness or profound despair were often attributed to supernatural forces. The crucial pivot from superstition to early science was championed by the radical Swiss physician Paracelsus in the 16th century. He boldly rejected the prevailing notion that mental afflictions were demonic possessions. Instead, he observed the natural world with a critical eye, arguing that the earth provided specific physical remedies for physical and mental ailments, effectively laying the groundwork for modern medical botany. Paracelsus prepared the plant as a decoction, a method of boiling tough plant material to extract its water-soluble chemicals. When crushed or steeped in oil, the yellow petals of Hypericum perforatum release a startling blood-red pigment. To the medieval mind, this colour transformation was magical, but Paracelsus recognized it as a potent, active substance that could be harnessed to balance the body's internal chemistry. His controversial writings initiated a profound shift from metaphysical protection to pharmacological intervention. The echoes of his early experiments still lingered in the apothecaries of the 18th and 19th centuries, where the red oil became a staple for treating nervous exhaustion. The foundational belief that nature held the key to psychological healing had firmly taken root, awaiting the tools of modern chemistry to unlock its secrets. As the 20th century introduced sophisticated analytical techniques, researchers began to dismantle the plant's molecular architecture. They sought to identify the specific phytochemicals, the biologically active compounds produced by plants responsible for its mood-altering effects. This marked a critical transition from observing the whole plant to isolating its individual components, a hallmark of contemporary pharmaceutical development. Two primary compounds emerged from this rigorous laboratory scrutiny: hypericin and hyperforin. Hypericin is the source of that mysterious red pigment noted by early herbalists, initially thought to be the sole active ingredient. However, subsequent isolation revealed that hyperforin, a complex molecule hidden within the plant's resin, played an equally, if not more, critical role in its neurological impact. Scientists discovered that hyperforin acts as a powerful reuptake inhibitor in the human brain. It prevents the rapid clearance of vital neurotransmitters, including serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, allowing these mood-regulating chemicals to remain active in the synaptic cleft for longer periods. This mechanism is strikingly similar to how modern synthetic antidepressants function, providing a concrete biological explanation for the plant's historical association with lifting melancholy. This discovery represents a triumph of ethnobotany, the scientific study of how people of a particular culture and region make use of indigenous plants. The traditional knowledge of European folk healers provided the vital roadmap for modern pharmacologists. Without the centuries of observational data gathered by village herbalists, researchers might never have thought to screen this specific wildflower for complex neurological activity. Yet, as researchers attempted to synthesize and isolate hyperforin into a single standardized pill, they encountered a fascinating botanical mystery. The isolated compounds often proved less effective than extracts containing the entire spectrum of the plant's natural chemistry. This phenomenon highlighted the concept of botanical synergy, where hundreds of trace elements within the plant work together to amplify the therapeutic benefits while mitigating potential side effects. By the late 20th century, this nuanced understanding propelled St. John's wort onto the global stage. It became one of the most widely consumed herbal remedies in the world, particularly in countries where it was frequently prescribed by mainstream physicians as a first-line treatment for mild to moderate depression. The obscure medieval charm had officially become a multi-million-dollar pillar of modern alternative medicine. The medical community responded with unprecedented scrutiny, launching massive, placebo-controlled clinical trials to test the herb's efficacy. The data revealed a compelling truth. For mild psychological distress, the plant extract often performed just as well as standard pharmaceutical options, frequently with fewer side effects. The ancient wisdom had been thoroughly quantified, measured, and validated by the strictest standards of evidence-based medicine. However, this intense scientific focus also uncovered a hidden danger that commanded immense respect from the medical establishment. Researchers discovered that St. John's wort profoundly influences the cytochrome P450 enzyme pathway in the human liver. This specific enzyme system is responsible for metabolizing a vast array of modern medications, meaning the seemingly benign herb could rapidly clear life-saving drugs from a patient's bloodstream. This revelation shattered the dangerous modern assumption that natural always means gentle or inert. The real power of the wildflower was undeniable. It was a potent biochemical agent capable of altering the body's fundamental metabolic processes. The medical community was forced to acknowledge that traditional herbal remedies require the same level of respect, caution, and rigorous understanding as any synthetic compound created in a laboratory. Today, holistic practitioners often view the plant through the lens of an adaptogen, a natural substance considered to help the body adapt to stress and exert a normalizing effect upon bodily processes. While technically a nervine rather than a true adaptogen, its ability to restore equilibrium to an exhausted nervous system reflects a deeply integrated approach to healing. It bridges the gap between treating isolated symptoms and supporting overall physiological resilience. The journey of this resilient flora is a testament to the enduring relationship between humanity and the natural world. The villagers who gathered golden blossoms under the solstice sun and the modern patients seeking a scientifically validated reprieve from depression are participating in the exact same legacy. They are both reaching for the light stored within the delicate perforated leaves of a timeless botanical ally. The transformation of Hypericum perforatum is complete. It has shed its mystical aura without losing its profound significance, proving that folklore often contains the seeds of future scientific breakthroughs. By bridging the gap between ancient ritual and modern neuroscience, St. John's Wort stands as a powerful reminder of how the earth's quiet offerings can actually improve the human condition, dispelling darkness one molecule at a time.